everybody, Erica Serwin here from Pink Bucker Designs, and today is day 3 of my 12 Days of Christmas series, and I am using the Hang and Ornament bundle today. This is a really interesting bundle. It looks like it's just ornaments, but the this die right here actually creates a perforated place where you can create a tear off, which is what I've done right here. It's just kind of a fun interactive element, and when you tear it off, I have another ornament underneath there. So I'm going to show you how to do that. The possibilities truly are endless with this kind of stamp. We had another one I used for Facebook Friday a few months ago. Can't remember the name of it now, but it was the same kind of little tear off thing, which is really fun and unique. So we're going to make a card and a treat holder. I'll show you what's in the treat holder when we get there. Okay, let's start with the card. Now, you're going to need to create a template first. So just cut a quarter, well actually it's 4 by 5 1/4 inch piece of basic white cardstock. And we're going to take this and use it. We've got 2 of these, 4 by 5 1/4, okay? And the first one is your template. You're gonna place that ornament in that corner where you think you're gonna want it, okay? And then run it through and you'll pull that one out. Then, on your cut and emboss machine, lay it right on top of the other piece of basic white and fit it down in there. And run it through. And this time, as you'll see, we're gonna leave that stuck in there. That will be like, so that it'll be like that, so that the person, when they get it, they can pull it off, okay? Now we're gonna use the template also to, let's see, where did I have this? Over here. We're gonna use the template also on our card front. This is a Poppy Parade card front, or card base. And I'm gonna lay this here so that I know when I adhere this down, when I peel that off, and I'm gonna stamp it, I'll know it's in the exact right place, okay? So let's see, do I have Post-it tape here? I do. So just to make sure this doesn't move, I'm gonna do that. And then I'm gonna take my embossing buddy, and I'm gonna, let's lift that up a little bit. Rub it with your embossing buddy. And then let's lay that back down so we know it's where we want it. Get your, whichever stamp you're gonna use. Let's see, I'm gonna use this one, and I better clean it. And I'm gonna stamp it in Versamark. All right, right there. It's hard to see, that's okay. Then I'm actually going to take the stamp that says All is Merry, and you know, I can't see it because the ink is very clear, so let's go ahead and put embossing powder on it so we can see exactly what we're doing. I mean, I can kind of see it, but not good enough to stamp. So All is Merry, we're going to put that right in the middle. I know I've too low down again, sorry about that. And then we'll sprinkle that again. Both of those were in Versamark. And now we'll get our heat tool. And when it's bright and shiny, you'll know that it is done. So you can kind of see how it's turning bright and shiny. Try not to get too close to your card front because it does warp the cardstock, and we want our cardstock to not be warped. You can do it from underneath. I don't know, I just like to do it on the top. I think it's faster that way. Okay, all right, so let's set that aside. Now you're gonna take your die and we're gonna cut out that same shape from Highland Heather and I'm drawing a blank, Fresh Freesia. Now, let me show you. When you use this in the manner in which we're gonna just pop it out and use it, you can see it still has those little perforated things there. So just take like a little sanding block and sand those off. I have found that I do better, usually I say stamp and then die cut, but I have found with this one, for some reason, and I think it's because that top part of the die is solid. I have a hard time lining it up. So I have found that die cutting it and then stamping it is a little bit easier. All right, this is Fresh Freesia. It's a clear mount stamp, so that makes it really easy. All right, there's Fresh Freesia. And then we will use Highland Heather. And we'll put that right there. All right. I have taken this die, let's see, where are my dies? This die right here, and I've cut out the same colors, Highland Heather and Fresh Freesia. We're going to use those as well in just a second. Let's get some liquid glue. And we'll adhere those across like that. Okay. Here we go. I've got some gold. I've cut out gold foil for the little tops. Let's see, do I have my take your pick tool? We'll put that right there at the top. Of course, my glue blob was too big. There we go. All right, now bring this piece back over. And I'm going to use the other, the one that we used with the Versamark. You know, I need to clean up. I've got too many things going on here. Let me just move all this out of the way. All right, we're going to take this one. Do I need to clean this stamp? I can't remember. I think I used Versamark, so I think it would be okay. But let's just do it to be safe. All right, now grab your Poppy Parade. I'm using the other ornament. And I'm going to stamp that right there. All right, and then on this little, it looks like a little caterpillar, doesn't it? I'm going to write or stamp, All is Merry, also in Poppy Parade. And we'll take this, and let's just use a little bit of glue. We'll put a little dot there as well. And put that there like that. Get this one. And put that right there. All right, now dimensionals. And I'm going to put, let's start with the Highland Heather one down like that. And we'll put this one up like that, but kind of behind. Okay. Now, I've got this new gold cord, and I believe this is a sneak peek. I don't think this is an online exclusive. I can't remember. Check the supply list, but I'm pretty sure this is coming from our new spring catalog. That'll be out in January. This beautiful twisted gold thread. I'm going to take a glue dot, and I'm going to put it right there behind the little top of the ornament. And this one, we don't want this to be taken when they tear this off. So I'm actually going to put the glue dot above it. All right, so now take that and stick it in the glue dot, and then we'll snip it off. Take this one, stick it in the glue dot, snip it. This one, stick it in the glue dot, and snip. Whoa, almost took my finger off. All right, now just get some regular Scotch tape, and we're gonna wrap these and just tape them on the back. Okay, we want them to be straight. There we go. All right, and now to cover up those glue dots, let's add little bows. You don't want them to be too terribly big. Okay. 1, 2. You can tie them without cutting apart your thread. Then we've got 1. Oh, wrong scissors, wrong scissors. That was terrible. I'm going to use the insides of my scissors. Let's see, can I clean that one up a little bit? Whoa, I did a terrible job there. Oh my gosh, do I have my other good scissors here? No. Okay, well, we're just going to pretend like that doesn't look terrible. You know, it can't be a video without something dumb happening. All right, now we'll take this one and put right there. Oh, I didn't need the glue dot, did I? Well, we're doubling up the glue dots because we already have those glue dots there, so you really don't need to even put the glue dot there. Okay, so now we've got those hanging. There's this little stamp that says pull, so you want them to know that they're supposed to pull that off. Okay, so there's that. Then grab some gold dots. And we're going to put these across just to fancy it up a bit. Another thing that you could do is take your basic rhinestones and color them with Stampin' Blends to match the purples and put them on. So that might be a fun way to fancy these up and be a little more monochromatic. All right, and then where's our card base? Right here. So now we're going to hide that behind, do I have a regular, there we go. All right, and we'll put, see, you can see how my card front is just a little bit warped now. One way to avoid that is you could do this on a separate piece of Poppy Parade, cut it out, and then adhere it onto the card base so that your card base doesn't get warped when you heat emboss it. All right, now for the end side, you're going to take this again. We're going to use Highland Heather and put that. That's what this last one is for. Like that. There we go. And another little tiny gold bow for the inside. Yes, you can put embellishments on the inside of your card. Okay, let's put this on the inside. I got this color scheme, this Poppy Parade and the purples, from a fun little Instagram, it's like a fabric or something. It was really a fun, different color scheme. Of course, you could change the colors if you want. All right, for our second project, I've created a little slider box, and inside are these delicious little Reese's Peanut Butter Sugar Cookie cups. These are new. All right, and this box will hold 6 of them in your little slider box. I am using Blueberry Bushel, another non-traditional Christmas color. Let's get our 2 pieces. You're going to need 2 pieces. The first one is 5.5 by 4.5, and you're going to score it at 1 inch on all 4 sides. Okay? Then you're going to get another piece that is 3 3/8 by 7 3/4, and we're going to score it at 2 5/8, 3 5/8, 6 1/4, and 7 1/4. Okay, now grab your bone folder, Let's start with our little drawer part. Take your paper snips and cut along the long side. Okay. And then cut those outside corners off. Just a sliver. All right. I'm going to use liquid glue. And so I've got 4 clothespins here. And I'm going to just put a dot on each of the 4 corners. And we'll fold these up into those dots of glue. Make sure your sides are square. There we go. Okay, let that dry. Now for the little tunnel that you're gonna slide your drawer in, you want to burnish those lines really well. And this time I'm going to use tear and tape. I'm going to put tear and tape right across there. Put that on that 1/2 inch section. Fold it in and fold this over, and it should line up perfectly, and there's your tunnel. Now I've done most of the rest of it ahead of time. I have a piece of garden green that I have embossed with the, I can't remember the name. You guys, the supply list will be over on my blog. Perfectly plaid? That doesn't sound right. Maybe. All right, don't those 2 colors look awesome together? Now I have stamped the ornament on real red using Versamark, and I let's see, heat embossed it. I'm trying to do 2 things at once. I heat embossed it with white embossing powder, and then I cut it out, and we're gonna stamp the Just For You on the little caterpillar looking piece that goes right across. Now I did, oh good, here it is. I thought I lost it. You know, I think we'll use a glue dot this time for this little ornament top. We're gonna put a glue dot, a mini glue dot on the top of that. Let's see if I can make less of a mess that way. There we go. I am gonna take another glue dot. I stamped the leaf in garden green on basic white, and we'll put that right back there. Then with our dimensionals, why are my dimensionals on the way opposite side? How did they get over there? We're going to put this dimensionals on the back. We'll put that right there. And then let's see if we're dry. I couldn't find exactly the right color to go with these. They're kind of a turquoisey color with orange, but I didn't really like that color combination. So I went with Blueberry Bushel. This will slide right into your box like that. And then let's just add a bow. These will be easily reproduced. If you wanted to simplify it, you could even just stamp the ornament in regular ink, like real red ink on basic white cardstock, and you could skip the embossing. So this would be a great treat holder to make if you needed to make multiples, maybe for school or work. Get a glue dot, and we'll put that right there. Okay, there you go, you guys. I hope you enjoyed today's hang and ornament projects. Check my blog post. As always, the measurements and supply list will be there. Make sure you've checked the previous 12 Days of Christmas series projects, and join me for, let's see, how many more? 9 more. All right, you guys, thanks for joining me. Bye-bye.